All right, what's good, everybody? It's me again. It's Max Zenas. I rarely say my own TikTok name. I rarely say my own handle out loud because it's fairly new to me. I actually go by Zen. Most people I know call me Zen, or they call me Zena, because that's also my name. And so I put that Max in front of my name as a way of just being like maximum me. I'm me to the max. I don't know. To be honest with you, I just always really loved that name, and I think there might be like a past life connection to it or something like that. But and I just random thing that I'm saying right now. But Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom of the deck, right? We're laying that old nonsense to rest, and we're moving towards our Wheel of Fortune. We're turning that wheel. I just want to say that. I just want to point out that if you're anything like me, you finally got to a place of waiting. You got tired of waiting for that wheel to turn. You got tired of waiting for that wheel to turn, or even got a little bit impatient, right? Because, you know, the earth turns, but so fast. You know, if that's what's happening, but, you know, for this analogy, let's just say the earth turns but so fast. And one of my, I don't know if it's a good or a bad habit, but one of my, I guess because I'm patient, right? And maybe sometimes I'm being patient to a fault. And so, yeah, there's definitely a time to allow things to play out, and then there's a time to say, I'm turning this wheel, right? So X is 10, right? So it's like we're not only completing the cycle, but we're completing the cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like I finally got fed up, and I said we're ending it now. This is not coming with me to 2026. This is not what's happening moving forward. This is it. Everybody, you got to the end of the year to apologize, get out my face, do whatever you got to do, right? Clean up, pack up, because I decided. I read a quote. I'm showing the death card, right? Because it's the end. Is the end. I made a decision. I saw this quote that said, "You'll never feel ready. You'll never feel ready, because ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision." And I'm just like, damn. It's true. I never feel ready. But when I decided that I need things to be dead, when I decided I need that old cycle to be done, I'm not gonna lie, like things moved. Things are shifting. I can feel it, right? Changes. It's a little windy. I gotta hold on to these cards. See, that was that death card trying to get away from me, but I'm like, no. No, you get back here. We're closing out that damn cycle. Let's see what else is in this picture. I feel like this flag is in, I mean, like, again, I'm not going off the textbook. It's like making an announcement, which is kind of what I'm doing here, right? This is my announcement. Like, I am a let me say it, like the power to create life is also the power to destroy, right? The power to destroy is also the power to create life. And just because I have the power to destroy doesn't mean I'm gonna be out here trying to destroy other people's stuff. But just knowing that you have the power to destroy, but also having the discernment and maturity to know when and what to destroy is really important. And so it's like, it's time to end these toxic connections. It's time to end these abusive connections, right? We're making these changes, and just like that card tried to blow away, there's always going to be somebody who feels a way about the changes that you're making. So, right? I'm not over here taking personal what other people decide to do for themselves. I don't care that you decided that whatever I decided to do it for my life, you need to take personal. You understand, y'all? It's time to tell these people. It's time to make that announcement and tell these people, like, no, we're done with this. We're not doing this no more. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it like yesterday. I'm over it like 2-3 years ago, to be honest. But what was I doing? I was allowing things to play out. I was allowing certain things to play out. I was gathering information. I was learning what I needed to learn. And now that I've seen what I needed to see and I connected the dots that I needed to connect, I'm ready to move on. Class is over. Class is ending. Because I decided. What comes up now? We're taking better care of ourselves, right? Now granted, I don't pretend like I turned into a nun overnight. Like, I had a drink yesterday. But I had a drink before the drink before that was like a week before. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have like a drinking problem per se. Like, I don't have to have a drink every day. I definitely was allowing myself to be like a product of my own environment, and because everyone around me smokes cigarettes, and then where I live is just too easy. It's just too easy to buy a cigarette. You don't got to buy the pack. And so I've been to the store several times, to buy my mother a pack of cigarettes, and instead of buying packs of cigarettes, I've been putting that money in my pocket. I've been keeping it, saving. We're saving better. We're taking care of our money better. We're taking care of our bodies better. Taking better care of our minds. What else is happening? What else does cards feel like saying, right? Trusting our intuition. We're trusting our intuition. We're taking that intuitive action. And it's okay if you're feeling yourself too. That's okay. That's okay. They're like, yeah, man, I'm doing the thing. That's all right. Go ahead, cheer yourself on. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. This person does what they feel in their intuition is right, and they just do it. You don't gotta explain yourself to nobody. And people be out here, right? Here's that Fool card. I love it. I haven't seen this Fool card in a while, right? I miss this energy. This is the energy I had stayed in for a long time. And of course, everybody wanted to call me a fool. You're a fool. You're crazy. Z must be crazy. Z must be out of their mind. Z must be this. Z must be that. Like, no. A lot of people don't know what it looks like to truly follow your intuition. Everyone's in their heads, overthinking, calculating. So many people out here need to be given a set of instructions to know what to do. Like, people out here need to be given a physical piece of paper with a set of instructions in order to know what to do. And so I look like I'm out here people love to just assume that I'm out here just winging it. No, I'm not. I'm not winging it. I have intuition. I have spiritual guidance. I have my ancestors speaking to me constantly. And they tell me, Z, it's okay. They always tell me, Z, they tell me when it's okay. And they tell me when it's not okay. That's why I'm here right now. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't trust my intuition. You can look me right in my eye. I'm going to tell you, I would be dead right now if I wasn't trusting my intuition. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God Spirit got to me before they did. Thank God. Thank God Spirit showed me they believed in me before all the BS. Thank God for that. Right? This person looks sad. It's called the Fool card. But do he look sad? No. His chest is out. He's out on this ledge. Out on this ledge. The wave crashing in the background. The sun is shining in the background. This reminds me of these cartoons. I think I used to try this when I was a kid too. When they always show this in the cartoon when somebody decide they want to run away from home. They'll put a few things in a handkerchief and like tie it to a stick. This person is taking a chance on life. He packed that one little bag and he said, I am out. I am out of here. And I'm dressed to impress, right? The shirt they're wearing almost looks like the shirt I'm wearing. I mean, these are sunflowers on their shirt. These are pineapples on my shirt, but don't it almost look like we wearing the same shirt? And I kid you not, I changed my shirt a couple times. I'm just around the way. So I be wearing the same things almost every day. I have my play clothes, and then I have my dress up clothes, and I ain't really dressed up in a while. And I was just thinking about that, dressing up just because it's been a while. But look at us wearing the same shirt. I'm in this fool energy right now. If a fool calls you a fool, trust me, you're heading in the right direction. All right, King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Feeling yourself, it's okay. We've matured, right? We've lived, we've learned. So many people out here are letting their fear of looking stupid stop them from taking chances on life. Take a chance. Life is the best. Doing life is the best. How can I say? Experiences. The life experiences is the best teacher. So we can sit in school all day. We forget sometimes that. And don't get me wrong. I'm thinking about getting a master's degree myself. I'm not in any way speaking out against school. I just like to remind folks that school is about studying concepts, right? School is about studying concepts. At some point, you need to apply it, and at some point, you gotta literally just take a chance. There's so much to be learned from failure, from trying it, failing, trying again, fail again. Will Smith refers to it as failing forward, right? Failure is okay as long as you're failing forward. Falling is okay as long as you're falling forward. You understand? You fall forward. You learn. And when you get up, if I fall this way and I get up, I still moved forward in my life. Falling and getting up again has nothing to do with whether and how. Doesn't necessarily make somebody stuck. So, everyone dreams of having millions of dollars, but is afraid to take $1 million chances. That's all I'm saying. You don't learn. You don't do it. You don't go from this to that, not taking a leap. You don't go from here to here without taking a leap. But also, take your intuition with you. That's why it's important. It's okay to start slow. Start slow. One thing I tell people is if you're afraid to take a leap, if you feel yourself stuck in analysis paralysis and you're afraid to take a leap, then make a pivot. If you're afraid to take a leap, then just make a pivot. You don't gotta leap all the time. Okay? If you're afraid to take a leap, just take a pivot. Where could I pivot from here? Sometimes ask yourself, what do I usually do in these situations? And then do the opposite of the thing you usually do, just to see. Do it for the plot. I'm a perfect example of doing it for the plot. Right? And then boom. You'd be surprised what you discover. Discover by taking those actions. You notice this hand is coming and this hand is coming out of the clouds. This hand is coming out of the clouds. And so, how can I say this? There are some ideas that don't really come to you until after you take that leap, right? Like I said, I started making these bracelets. Right? And then I started off with just doing these crystals. Just like these are like $10, $15 bracelets, right? Then once I started, because it took me a long time. That was one of my habits, is procrastination. It'll take me a while to start. I'm definitely pushing past that. But one thing it's taught me is it's like after you start, more ideas come. And so and plus feedback, as I'm putting these things out there and selling these bracelets, just not just feedback in terms of what people have to say, but feedback in what people actually buy. Everybody didn't necessarily want the $15 bracelet. I came up with something I'm like, you know what, let me think of some $3 options. Something even simpler. That just says XYZ. So I'm like, I went from this to this. But after trying something, you try something, and you try another thing, you'd be surprised. Like, that will lead you to the ace. Try a thing, and then you do a little, allow yourself some grace and some space, right? What's at the bottom of the deck? Allow yourself the Chariot. Allow yourself some grace and some space to do a little trial and error until you get to that ace, and that ace is what propels you. How many of our favorite singers, I bring up popular celebrities, singers and actors, because those are people that have all the attention when you really think about it, right? Bobby Brown, one of my favorite artists. And I'm not talking about the girl, I'm talking about Bobby Brown from New Edition. Because he's an Aquarius, one of my favorite Aquarius, one of my favorite artists. I don't know him personally. One of my favorite artists, and one of my favorite songs is Don't Be Cruel, because I would never be that cruel to you, right? Babyface wrote this song for him. He didn't really like the song. He's kind of an alpha guy, so he didn't want to write a song saying, "Please, girl, stop being mean to me," right? But that's literally one of his biggest hits. It's one of his biggest hits. Babyface is out there on somebody's stage right now performing this track because he knows it's a fan favorite. He didn't like the song, but he took a chance. Because why not? Babyface knows what he's talking about. Babyface got 1 million hits. Everyone else in the studio listening said they liked the track, so I did it. But he had to take the leap. He had to first take the leap to go solo to begin with. Right? He took a chance. And if you want to be technical about it, is that even really a leap for him? That was a pivot. Right? He's already been performing since he was a kid. He was already a New Edition for 10 years at least, 15, something like that. And so going solo for him is really more of a pivot. He's not doing something he don't know how to do. It's just doing it without the other four. Right? Death to the BS. Death to our self-sabotage. Death to our self-doubt. Death to our self-judgment. Death to not putting our foot down sooner. It's a lot of situations I know I wouldn't have had to be dealing with had I squashed some BS way sooner. Death to these toxic connections. I'll put that down. Death to these toxic connections. Woo! I'm feeling good. I don't know about y'all. It's such a beautiful day out. It's such a beautiful day today. I'm probably going to come back out and do some more videos. Because why not? Because I do what I want. Nah. Spirit really told me you need to put yourself out there now. So I said, okay. I'm putting myself out there. I'm naked. I'm vulnerable. I'm me. I'm just being me. People have such a hard time. People in their heads. What is so different about this person? What is so different about me? First of all, I'm me and you're you. Okay? We're just different. But also, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. I'm not afraid to be seen failing. I'm not afraid to fail. And I'm not afraid for people to watch the trial and error. The more you push past the perfectionism, the more elation you feel. The more you push past the self-judgment, the more free you feel. She's up here floating in the clouds. Got her boobs out. This is me on the beach. If you ever want to see my boobs, all you gotta do is invite me to a new beach. I'm there. I am there. I'm showing these boobs. I am walking around acting like what boobs? I didn't even twirling her baton, putting on a show. I'm believing in nature, believing in her natural self. Right? That's the other part about being naked, is being in your natural self. You came in naked. Why should I be ashamed? That's how I came in. Everybody in the room saw me naked the first moment I got in the world. Which is tough. I'm a trans person. I do have dysphoria. And I'm sorry for the folks who have dysphoria. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, okay? I'm not telling you need to go. Okay, so here's another ace, right? For the people who have dysphoria, do as much as you can. I'm not saying you're not doing it because you're not showing your boobs. I'm not saying that. Dysphoria is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But I'm saying, do the vulnerable thing. What's the vulnerable thing for you? What's the vulnerable thing for you? Maybe being naked is not the vulnerable thing for you. What's the vulnerable thing for you? Do that thing. Oh, I already shuffled it. So when we saw that other ace, that before I shuffled it, I believe I just saw that Ace of Pentacles, right? All these actions is going to lead you to your best self. The Pentacle is you. You are the abundance. You are the money. You are the prize. Okay? You win you. You get you. You get to feel the feeling of loving yourself. Woo! Where we at? We at 22 minutes. I'm gonna close it out now. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Maybe we'll end it off. We'll close it off with my dragon cards. I'm gonna close it out with my dragon cards. I don't even know how to shuffle these sometimes. Cause they're so big. Oh man. We out here. We outside. Come outside, friends. So people who ain't been outside in a while, you live in New York City, you live in Brooklyn. Let's hang. Let's go to a park. Let's go play tag somewhere. Everybody's so grown and serious all the damn time. I guess I'll take them both. They both wanted to come out. Deep Blue Dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. You understand? Trust that you are protected is what I meant by this too. Trust. Trust nature. Trust intuition. Trust God. Trust Buddha. Trust Muhammad. Whoever it is you pray to. I assure you, they're all saying the same thing. I got you. If God put it in me to do it, then God's not going to let anything happen to me doing it. Your own intuition does not guide you into danger. No matter what it looks like, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be stalkers. There's always going to be people with catching attitudes in the background. But your path is clear. I actually said this in another reading. Your path is clear. The path is clear. You did the inner work. You did the inner work. And now, boom. Your yellow brick road is unfolding before you. What's this next one? Crystal Yellow Dragon opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expands your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. See, they both talked about walking a path. These both talked about walking a path. And we're doing blue and sacral, right? The throat and the sacral, the self-expression. And part of self-expression is saying out loud, I am magical. I am amazing. I am beautiful. I survived. Let me show you the t-shirt I'm wearing. Let me show you this t-shirt I'm wearing. I forgot. OMG. And let me show you what I'm wearing right now. Right? Who is this? This is RG Lord. Let me get closer. Let me just. That's RG Lord. What does the back of my shirt say? I think you can see it. I am powerful. I am powerful because I have survived. So if you survive, you survived. Not if, you survived. If we're talking right now, if you're able to click on this video, then you made it. You're here. We survived. You survived. You're powerful. If nothing else, the thing you survived was your proof of how powerful you are. It was your proof of how powerful you are. Now, it's time for us to go be powerful on purpose. OMG. As opposed to just hoping things work out, I can actually know that things will work out. I can actually ensure that things work out because I'm that powerful. If I say it's gonna work out, I say it, right? Our voices are way more powerful. I wish I could sing, I wish I could sing like a Whitney Houston or something. But trust me, I'm gonna be on this thing singing and talking. Say it. I'm magical. I'm amazing. I survived. I've been a survivor, and now it's time for me to be a thriver. Whatever works for you guys. I'm proud of you. All right, we got this.